Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Lions going up against the Eagles.
It is a snowy and blustery day in the city of brotherly love as we welcome you to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Hurry up, here we go.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue line it.
From the gun, Francis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Leopard. Leopard. Kill. Here we go now.
The slot man in motion right.
19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams just say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
Operating from the gun, Francis got his man complete over the middle. It's 4th, and the Eagles have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Set. 3-19.
the ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Second down following the run. They'll run it again with Fournette. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 47 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on 2nd down. Francis looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
From the gun, Francis. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down. Francis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Francis. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Francis. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Francis. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Handoff to Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Again, it's Fournette, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Francis. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. Going to be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Space to maneuver at the 40. And give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to throw. Francis It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Holloway. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Francis. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw on third down, Francis. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Newsom. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Set. 3-19.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. Is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Francis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. Francis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Francis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
3 yards remaining here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Got some room at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Operating from the gun, Francis. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. Philly, here we go.
From the gun, Francis. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
No, check, Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And a throw right sideline is complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Running left is Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fournette on the counter. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So out now come the Lions. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds. To throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort.